Okay, let's come on to our backs. Let's bend the knees and you can rest them against each other if you like, or just have them straight up. You can have the arms on the ground beside you, or if you like to help the breath by placing the hands on the belly and the chest, feel free to do that. And I invite you to close your eyes. Feel the weight of your body on the ground. And start to slow your breath down. Expanding the belly, broadening across the ribs, lifting in the chest. Now on an inhale, tilt the tailbone down, allowing the back and the belly to rise. And on the exhale, tilt the tailbone up, pressing the lower back into the ground. Inhale, watching. Exhale, pressing. And you can continue gently in this way, or you can exaggerate the exhale, maybe crossing your hands on your chest or reaching them out in front. And then still on the inhale, tilting the tailbone down. And on the exhale, when you tilt up and you press the back in, you can lift your head and upper back off the ground. Still taking just one inhale and one exhale to complete the movement. On the inhale, carry the breath all the way up to your chest. If your hands are crossed on your chest, it might be a nice guide, reminder for where your breath should go. One more. Relax down, relax your arms. Same slow, deep breath. Now, lift your head and come up onto your elbows. Hey, Michael. Then we're going to give you a couple of options. So we're going to extend the legs and lift the legs off the ground. And even just this, you can feel is definitely work to strengthen your abdominal muscles. You might want to also take your arms forward. And then the third option is to do breath of fire while you're here. Rapid breathing, kind of like a staccato breath. Inhale, hold the breath, hold the pose, hold, exhale, relax down. Coming back onto your back. And then using the breath to stretch out those belly muscles that we just tightened. And then bend the knees again. Palms down on the ground beside you. And inhale and lift your hips. Push down and forward through your feet. Down into your shoulder blades. If you can clasp your hands under, that might help you roll the shoulders under you some more. And you might find that pulling your hands apart helps to lift the ribs even higher. Keep pressing forward through the feet, lifting the hips, lifting the tailbone. Spreading the front body open wider with the full inhale. Lifting the buttocks even more as you exhale. And release down, coming on to your buttocks, and we'll come back into that boat pose or the variation of it if you want to keep your arms on the ground, or if maybe that's too hard, you want to keep your legs on the ground and your arms up, or both, and breath of fire, optional. And inhale, hold the breath. And release down. Breathing nice and big to the belly. And bend the knees. Feet under the knees, hip width apart, palms facing down. And then bring the right ankle onto the left thigh. And then lift the hips again. And then if you can, clasp your hands up together and roll the shoulders under. Pushing down into that left foot, lift the buttocks. outer right knee toward the floor. Breath all the way up to the heart. Right leg straight, optional, or leave it here, or place it down. If the right leg is straight, it's not up in the air. The knees are side by side, and the right leg just happens to be straight. Lower the right leg until the right knee is alongside the left knee. Not higher, keep it nice. Pushing into that left foot, lifting the left buttock. Notice which thumb is on the outside if your hands are clasped. Lower your foot, but not your hips. Unless you need to rest, and then that's fine. And then bring the left foot onto the right knee and clasp your hands the other way. Press into the right foot, lift the hips, left outer knee toward the ground. Breath into the ribs, chest. And then you can keep the foot there. If you need it to be easier, lower the foot down. If you want it to be harder, straighten the leg. Having the thighs parallel to each other. Good. Stay with your breath. Choose whichever option allows you to stay calm and keep your breath focused and deep. And turn the foot down, release the clasp of your hands. If they're clasped, just feel whatever you feel. And then roll over onto your side. Press yourself up slowly. And extend the legs straight out. Point and flex the feet. Try to get the toes to come as low to the ground as you can, and then to come as close to your torso as you can. And then hold the feet in the flex position so that the outer edges of the feet are parallel to each other. So the heels are a little spaced apart. And then inhale and bring the arms up. Exhale, lower slowly down onto your back. Chin to your chest. And then inhale, bring the arms by your side. Exhale, chin to chest, peel yourself up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, slowly with control. Just the exhale, try not to do more. Use the exercise to elongate the breath. Inhale, arms by your side. Exhale, press the heels into the ground. Try not to lift them up as you peel yourself up. Inhale up. Exhale. Slow exhale. Lasts the whole day. Inhale, arms by your side. Exhale, push the heels into the ground. Pull your navel toward your spine. Pull yourself up. Let's do 2 more in silence. And the next time you come up, you'll inhale and bring the arms up. And exhale, pull the shoulders down. Press the thighs down. Lift the heart up. Close the eyes and feel the body lifting upward toward the sky and the legs pressing downward. Seeing how the body is connected with what's below and what's above. Goes through you. And exhale and fold forward. Letting the arms rest down. Letting the head rest down. But the legs are not resting. They're not passive. They're active. The thighs are pushed down into the ground like you're trying to touch the backs of the knees to the floor. The flex of the feet is quite active. And then the breath is also pretty active. Not stressful, but intentional. Breathe long as though you're pulling the breath up the length of your body. And when you do that, let it lengthen your body. Let the head extend out away from the buttocks. On the exhale, draw the navel in. And then inhale, roll yourself up, reach the arms up. Exhale the hands down behind you, fingers pointing toward the feet, leaning back into the hands. Rotate your hands. They won't actually move, but it'll be as though you're trying to rotate the hands away from each other. So the right hand turns clockwise and the left hand turns counterclockwise and the shoulder blades roll in. You can keep your legs straight, or if you want a less challenging variation, you just bend your knees and have your feet on the ground. We're going to lift the hips and then try to touch the feet to the floor. Drop the head back, lift the tailbone up. Release the buttocks down. Lift the knees off, the feet off the ground, lifting the knees, and bring the arms forward. Lift the chest. If you want, you can lift the arms. If you want, you can straighten the legs. down. Bring the hands around the knees. Tuck the chin and lean back. Really letting the weight of the torso drop back toward the floor. Like if you let go of your hands, you would just crash down because you're heavy. And lift yourself up, crossing the ankles and flipping over the feet onto hands and knees. Line the hands up under the shoulders, line the knees up under the hips. And lift your belly up to support your back, not to round your back, just to support your back. Gazing straight down at the ground. Lift the left arm and the right leg. And then release down. And then switch. Continue like that. And last one. We'll exhale and round the back. And inhale and arch the back. Just like the breath doesn't come in all at once, it comes in gradually. Let the movement follow the breath. Starts at the tailbone and then ripples all the way up with the head. Drawing the belly in on the exhale to both accentuate the curve of the spine and the complete release of the breath. And back to neutral spine. Now we're going to come into a plank. And for those who prefer, you can modify plank. It's still a plank if it's on your knees. It's just a shorter plank. Or the plank can be with the toes curled under. Good. Now we're going to lift the right arm up. And then come back down and bring the right hand to the left shoulder. And then open and shoulder. Last one. And then we'll switch to the other side. with the breath. The knee can be on the ground. And then come back into plank or modified plank. So if you're in modified plank, try to maintain the plank. In other words, don't have your hips up, have them level with your knees and your head. Good. Now, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, pull it into the elbow. And left leg up. And pull. And another side. So even when you lift your leg, don't lift your hips so you're not taking yourself out of the plank. And both knees down. And let's sit back on the heels with the arms extended forward or folded by your side. If you want it to be more restful on your shoulders, they might like that after all that work on the plank. Breathing into the body, breathing out of the body. Feel the way the body swells and shrinks. And then extend the arms overhead if they're not already there. Pinch the fingers forward, getting a little extra stretch through the back. And then breathing into it to make it even more spacious. And then come up onto the hands and knees. Spread the fingers wide. Curl the toes. Take a breath in. And then exhale, lift the knees. Keep the knees bent though. As you push forward through your hands, send your ribs toward your thighs. Drop your head toward the ground. Push again through your hands and feel the creases at the tops of your thighs moving back toward your sit bones. And then press the heels to the ground. Keep the head and heart dropping. Pressing the hands forward. Pressing the thighs back. Then we'll take the right leg up, but keep the hips level. Press the left heel down. Flex the right foot and really press out through the right heel. And then look forward and step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. And let the hips drop down. And then if you can bend your elbows, bend your elbows. Maybe they come all the way to the ground. And then press the left thigh up toward the sky and bring the tailbone down toward the floor. If you're within reach, you might stack your fists and rest your forehead on them. Find the fullness of your breath. Come back up onto your hands if you were on your elbows. And then reach the right arm up and really twist. So open it back behind you as far as you can. Spread the fingers open wide. Breathe into the heart. Keep the right toes on the ground. Press back through the left heel. And then bring the arm back down. Bring the back knee to the ground. And then walk that right foot over to the left. Let the right knee come down. Coming up onto the fingertips. Inhale into the heart. Exhale, sink the hips, taking weight out of the fingertips. Inhale, pressing into the fingertips, lengthening the spine, lifting the chest. Exhale, take weight out of the fingertips, letting the hips sink down. One more like that. And then let your body fold forward over that right leg. Again, the forehead might want to rest on hands or fists. And then try to bring the left hip lower to the ground. Relax the head. Relax as much of your body as you can. Press yourself up. Bring that left knee up toward the right foot. Right hand to the ground behind you. And lift your hips, sending the left arm back. The head drops back if possible. Press down into the tops of the feet to get the hips under you even more. And release the arm down. Walk the hands around to the front. Send the left leg back with the toes curled under. Step the right foot back, come back into downward facing dog. Hands press forward, hips press back. Chest sinks down. And then lift the left leg, keeping the hips level so we're not peeling the pelvis open. Flexing the left foot, pushing forward into the hands and back through the left heel. Sinking the right heel down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the left foot to the outside of the left hip. Let the hips drop all the way down. That's it. And then press the front of the thigh up and the tailbone down. Bend the elbows and lower the torso as low as you can, possibly even coming onto the elbows. Maybe stacking the fists and resting your forehead. Keep the left big toe on the ground. Keep the right leg straight, pressing back through that right heel. Breathe deeply. Come onto the hands. Have weight in your right hand. And then lift the left arm up. Turn the ribs. Twist. Send that arm back. Maybe gazing toward your left hand. Bringing the right ribs toward the left thigh. Can the breath come up under those left ribs, and maybe even to the left chest? And then bring the hand down, bring the right knee down, relax the back toes. And then walk that left foot over to the right. And let the left knee come down. Coming up onto the fingertips. Inhale, push into the fingertips, lift the heart. Exhale, take weight out of the fingertips, sink the hips. Again, lifting as you inhale, sinking as you exhale. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. And then go ahead and let yourself fold over your right leg. Maybe the forehead rests on hands or fists. The whole body rests like it's melting into the ground. And let that right hip drop down. Feeling your breath spreading wide throughout the body. And lift yourself up. Slide that right knee up to the left foot into a pinwheel position. Left hand to the ground behind you. And push into that left hand to lift the hips if you can. Tuck the tailbone under. Right arm comes up and back. Head drops back if that's okay with your neck, otherwise forward. Pressing into the tops of the feet. Get your hips to come under you. And release the hands down, walk them around to the front. Send that right leg back and that left leg back. Downward facing dog. Or if you're tired, you can always take child's pose. You don't need my invitation. Listen to what the body needs. You try to stretch the spine as you inhale. Sink the heels as you exhale. Then walk the hands back to the feet. Bend the knees and bring your fingertips to the floor on either side of your feet. Keeping the knees bent, lift just the torso and the arms. Drop the tailbone. Pull the shoulders down your back. The heels are on the ground. Bend the knees even more. Then bring the hands together at the heart. Take a breath in. Exhale. Hook the right elbow over the left thigh. Look up past your left elbow. Take a breath in. Exhale, press down, left hand into right hand, rotating the ribs up, moving the hands toward the heart center. Full body breath. Come back to center, take the arms up, inhale. Exhale, hands back to the heart. Another breath in here. Exhale, hook the left elbow over the right thigh. Right elbow up, look up past your elbow. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, push the right hand down to the left hand, rotating the spine. Hands come toward the heart center. Breathe. And come back to center. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, straighten the legs and fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, lifting the arms. Exhale, straight legs, fold forward. Up. Exhale all the way over and stay there. Sinking the feet down, relaxing the head down. Look up with the thighs, press down to the feet. Inhale, come all the way up again. Up. Exhale, arms down. Stand for a moment. Slowing the breath. Step the legs wide apart. Have the heels be as wide as the baby toes so that the feet are parallel to each other. So just check, are the outer edges of the feet parallel to the sides of your mat? And then arms out to the side. Reach out as you inhale and just feel everything coming back in toward your center as you exhale. So we'll take a few breaths here where we can really feel the body expanding out to the fingertips, up to the head, down to the feet in all directions. Inhaling, opening, exhaling, relaxing inside and contracting. One more like that. And then on the next exhale, we'll reach out to the left, bring the left arm down and the right arm up, but the left arm is just going to hang. You're not going to touch anything. You're just going to hang, gazing up to your right hand if you can. Otherwise, down is fine if your neck is happier that way. And those same deep breaths, expanding and contracting. Exhaling and relaxing. And we can bring that right arm overhead. Push a little stronger into the right foot. Extend down to the right foot. The left arm just hanging. Moving to our 5-pointed star. Exhale, reach to the right and sink down. Left arm up to the ear. Right arm dangling. Right ribs dropping. Left ribs dropping. Push into the feet. Star. Exhale, fold forward, bringing your hands to your legs, sliding the hands as low down toward the feet as they'll go, or just wrapping them around the backs of the legs wherever they go. Inhale, nice deep breath. Exhale, hold with the hands, bringing the up. Inhale, coming halfway up, torso parallel to the ground. Send the arms either back, level 1, out, level 2, or forward, level 3. And then lift yourself all the way up, reach up. Inhale. Exhale the arms down. Step just the left foot in. Keep the right foot where it is. Take the arms back out. Open your eyes. Soften your gaze on one spot. Inhale and breathe wide throughout the body. Exhale, we're going to lift the right leg. Tilt. Bring the left arm down, the right arm up. Try to get the right leg parallel to the ground. Don't lose sight of your breath. Same big expansive breath. Down. Stand for a moment. Step the left foot out. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, lean, tilt, lift the left leg, drop the left arm, lift the right arm. One spot, focusing on deep breathing. Stand for a moment in stillness. Shoulders. Bring the hands together to your heart, slowly lowering down. Let's bring the fingertips to the floor. Walk them as far forward as they'll go. And then bring your sit bones down. Your head. Walking over to the right. Walking over to the left. Sitting. Bring the hands behind to your bellies. And come to your tucking the tailbone, lifting, releasing the legs, shake them out, using an eye pillow. Now, we'll bring the arms out, breathe the body, palms up, closing the eyes, deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, sink the body, nose, out through the mouth, relaxing the jaw, lips, nose, down to the mouth, releasing the busyness. Releasing the breath, right in mind. Sit with the The arms overhead. Deep breath, stretch long. To the chest, tapping side to side. Massage. Come center, bring the soles of the feet together, the palms together, head. Move on to either side, resting your hand, side arm, resting your body on the ground. Feeling the shape, flavor of the lightness. Slowly, any comfortable seated position. Inhale deeply, breathing in